freedom is the only worthy goal in life. It is won by disregarding things that lie beyond our control. Epictetus. Welcome back to Stoic video, where we embark on a journey of philosophical exploration. Today's quest leads us into the realm of detachment, a cornerstone of Stoic wisdom. In the cacophony of modern life, where attachments and distractions abound, the pursuit of detachment emerges as a beacon of tranquility. It beckons us to release our grip on the ephemeral and embrace the immutable. But how do we traverse this path? How do we untangle ourselves from the web of attachments that entwine our hearts and minds? Join us as we navigate the labyrinth of detachment and discover the keys to inner freedom and resilience. Chapter 1. Embracing the transience of life. In the grand tapestry of existence, nothing remains unchanged. Time, the relentless architect of transformation, shapes all things with its steady hand. From the majestic mountains to the delicate petals of a flower, everything is subject to the inexorable march of impermanence. The Stoics, with their keen insight into the nature of reality, recognized this fundamental truth. They understood that attachment to the fleeting and ephemeral breeds suffering and discontent. Thus, they exhorted us to cultivate an awareness of the transience of life, to embrace the ever-changing dance of existence with equanimity. To embrace the transience of life is to acknowledge the impermanence of all things. It is to recognize that the only constant in life is change itself. Rather than resisting this natural flow, the Stoics taught us to surrender to it, to ride the waves of change with grace and acceptance. One practical strategy for embracing the transience of life is through the practice of mindfulness. By anchoring ourselves in the present moment, we can cultivate a deep appreciation for the fleeting beauty of existence. Whether it's the warmth of the sun on our skin or the gentle rustle of leaves in the wind, each moment becomes a precious gift to be savored and cherished. Another key aspect of embracing the transience of life is cultivating a sense of detachment from external outcomes. The Stoics emphasized the importance of focusing on what is within our control, rather than becoming entangled in the uncertainties of the external world. By shifting our focus inward, we can find a sense of stability and peace amidst the ever-changing landscape of life. But perhaps the most profound lesson in embracing the transience of life is the recognition of our own mortality. The Stoics believed that contemplating death was essential for living a life of virtue and meaning. By confronting our own mortality, we are reminded of the preciousness of each moment and inspired to live with purpose and integrity. In conclusion, embracing the transience of life is not about resignation or despair, but rather about liberation and empowerment. It is about releasing our attachment to the temporal and embracing the eternal truths of existence. By cultivating mindfulness, focusing on what is within our control, and confronting our own mortality, we can navigate the ever-changing currents of life with grace and resilience. Chapter 2. Cultivating inner equanimity. In the tumultuous sea of life, waves of emotion crash upon the shores of our consciousness, threatening to engulf us in a whirlwind of turmoil. Anger, fear, and sorrow buffet our fragile vessels, threatening to capsize us at every turn. Yet, amidst the chaos, there exists a sanctuary of calm, a bastion of serenity known as inner equanimity. The Stoics understood the importance of cultivating inner equanimity in the face of life's storms. They taught us that true peace and contentment can only be found within, independent of external circumstances. But how do we cultivate this inner sanctuary amidst the turbulence of the external world? One of the key teachings of the Stoics is the practice of indifference towards external events. This does not mean apathy or indifference to the suffering of others, but rather a recognition that our peace of mind should not be contingent upon external factors beyond our control. By cultivating a sense of detachment from external outcomes, we can free ourselves from the grip of fear and desire and find a deeper sense of inner peace. Another important aspect of cultivating inner equanimity is the practice of acceptance. The Stoics taught us to embrace life as it is, rather than constantly striving for a reality that aligns with our desires. This does not mean resigning ourselves to passivity, but rather accepting the present moment with all its imperfections and challenges. Through acceptance, we can find a sense of peace amidst the chaos of life. Mindfulness also plays a crucial role in cultivating inner equanimity. By cultivating awareness of our thoughts and emotions, we can observe them with detachment rather than becoming swept away by them. Through mindfulness meditation and other contemplative practices, we can develop the ability to observe our inner landscape with clarity and equanimity. But perhaps the most profound aspect of cultivating inner equanimity is the practice of gratitude. The Stoics taught us to cultivate gratitude for the simple pleasures of life, recognizing that true contentment lies not in the accumulation of wealth or status, but in the appreciation of the present moment. By cultivating gratitude, we can shift our focus from what we lack to what we have and find a deeper sense of fulfillment and peace. In conclusion, cultivating inner equanimity is not about escaping from the challenges of life, but rather about finding a place of refuge amidst the storm. By practicing indifference towards external events, acceptance of the present moment, mindfulness of our inner experience, and gratitude for the blessings of life, we can cultivate a deeper sense of inner peace and contentment that transcends the ups and downs of the external world. Chapter 3: The Power of Detachment in Relationships. In the intricate dance of human connections, we find both solace and strife, joy and sorrow. Relationships, with their myriad complexities and nuances, have the power to enrich our lives immeasurably, yet they also have the potential to ensnare us in a web of attachment and dependency. It is within this delicate balance that the Stoic teachings on detachment in relationships offer profound wisdom. The Stoics understood that attachment to others can often lead to suffering and discontent. When we cling too tightly to the people in our lives, we place our happiness and well-being in their hands, subjecting ourselves to the whims of fate and fortune. Thus, they taught us the importance of cultivating a sense of detachment in our relationships, allowing us to love deeply without becoming enslaved by our attachments. But what does detachment in relationships truly entail? It does not mean withdrawing emotionally or cutting ourselves off from others, but rather cultivating a healthy sense of autonomy and self-sufficiency. It means loving others without placing unrealistic expectations upon them and recognizing that their happiness is not solely dependent upon our own. One practical strategy for cultivating detachment in relationships is practicing non-attachment to outcomes. The Stoics taught us to focus on our own actions and intentions rather than becoming fixated on how others respond to us. By relinquishing our attachment to specific outcomes in our relationships, we free ourselves from the burden of expectation and allow space for genuine connection to flourish. Another key aspect of detachment in relationships is maintaining boundaries. The Stoics emphasized the importance of self-respect and autonomy in all our interactions with others. By establishing clear boundaries and honoring our own needs and desires, we can create healthier and more balanced relationships based on mutual respect and understanding. But perhaps the most profound lesson in detachment in relationships is the recognition of the impermanence of all things. The Stoics taught us to cherish the present moment with our loved ones, recognizing that each interaction is a precious gift that may not last forever. By embracing the transience of life, we can cultivate a deeper appreciation for the people in our lives and hold them close with open hands, rather than clinging desperately to their presence. In conclusion, the power of detachment in relationships lies in its ability to foster genuine connection and emotional freedom. By practicing non-attachment to outcomes, maintaining healthy boundaries, and embracing the impermanence of life, we can cultivate deeper and more fulfilling relationships based on love, respect, and mutual understanding. Chapter 4: Detaching from Material Possessions. In a world consumed by consumerism and materialism, our possessions often come to define us. We measure our worth by the size of our homes, the brand of our clothing, and the price tags attached to our belongings. Yet, the Stoics remind us that true wealth lies not in the abundance of our possessions, but in the richness of our inner lives. Detaching from material possessions does not mean renouncing all worldly goods and living as ascetics. Rather, it involves cultivating a healthy relationship with our belongings, recognizing that they are ultimately transient and impermanent. By loosening our attachment to material things, we free ourselves from the burden of constant striving and accumulation and find greater contentment and peace. One practical strategy for detaching from material possessions is practicing gratitude for what we already have. The Stoics taught us to cultivate gratitude for even the simplest pleasures of life, recognizing that true wealth lies not in the accumulation of goods, but in the appreciation of what we already possess. By shifting our focus from what we lack to what we have, we can find a deeper sense of fulfillment and abundance in our lives. Another key aspect of detaching from material possessions is practicing mindfulness in our consumption habits. The Stoics encouraged us to pause and reflect before making purchases, asking ourselves whether the things we desire truly align with our values and priorities. By cultivating mindfulness in our consumption habits, we can avoid falling into the trap of mindless consumption and find greater satisfaction and fulfillment in the things that truly matter. But perhaps the most profound lesson in detaching from material possessions is the recognition of the transient nature of all things. The Stoics taught us to embrace the impermanence of life, recognizing that our possessions are ultimately fleeting and ephemeral. By letting go of our attachment to material things, we can find freedom from the endless cycle of desire and dissatisfaction and discover a deeper sense of peace and contentment within ourselves. In conclusion, detaching from material possessions is not about depriving ourselves or living a life of austerity, but rather about finding freedom and contentment amidst the abundance of the world. By cultivating gratitude, practicing mindfulness in our consumption habits, and embracing the impermanence of life, we can find greater richness and fulfillment in our lives, independent of the things we possess. Chapter 5: Detachment and the Pursuit of Virtue. In the realm of Stoic philosophy, the ultimate aim of life is the pursuit of virtue. Virtue, according to the Stoics, is the highest good, encompassing qualities such as wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance. It is through the cultivation of virtue that we achieve true flourishing and fulfillment, transcending the fleeting pleasures of the material world. Detachment plays a crucial role in the pursuit of virtue, as it frees us from the distractions and entanglements that hinder our progress towards excellence. By loosening our attachment to external goods and outcomes, we can focus our attention on cultivating the virtues that lead to a life of meaning and purpose. One of the key virtues emphasized by the Stoics is wisdom, which entails the ability to discern what is truly valuable and important in life. By detaching from the superficial trappings of wealth, fame, and status, we can cultivate a deeper wisdom that allows us to navigate life's complexities with clarity and insight. Courage is another virtue that is closely linked to detachment. The Stoics taught us that true courage lies not in the absence of fear, but in the ability to face our fears and overcome them. By detaching from the fear of loss and failure, we can find the strength and resilience to confront life's challenges with courage and conviction. Justice, too, is intertwined with detachment, as it requires us to treat others with fairness and equity, regardless of our personal attachments or desires. By detaching from our own self-interest and ego, we can act in accordance with the principles of justice and righteousness, promoting the well-being of all beings. Finally, temperance is perhaps the most direct expression of detachment in the pursuit of virtue. Temperance involves exercising restraint and moderation in all things, avoiding excess and indulgence. By detaching from our desires and appetites, we can cultivate a sense of inner balance and harmony, allowing us to live in accordance with reason and virtue. In conclusion, detachment is not an end in itself, but rather a means to the higher goal of virtue. By loosening our attachment to external goods and outcomes, we can focus our attention on cultivating the virtues that lead to a life of meaning, purpose, and fulfillment. Through wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance, we can transcend the transient pleasures of the material world and achieve true flourishing of the soul. Chapter 6: The Practice of Detachment in Daily Life. Detachment is not merely a philosophical concept to be pondered in the ivory towers of academia. It is a practical tool to be wielded in the trenches of everyday life. In this final chapter, we explore how the principles of detachment can be applied in our daily lives to cultivate greater peace, resilience, and fulfillment. One of the fundamental practices of detachment is learning to let go of the need for control. The Stoics recognized that much of our suffering arises from our attachment to outcomes beyond our control. By relinquishing our grip on the reins of fate and surrendering to the natural order of the universe, we can find greater peace and acceptance in the face of life's uncertainties. Another key aspect of practicing detachment is learning to embrace change with equanimity. The Stoics taught us that change is the only constant in life and that our resistance to it only leads to suffering. By cultivating a mindset of acceptance and adaptability, we can navigate life's twists and turns with grace and resilience. Mindfulness is also a powerful tool for practicing detachment in daily life. By cultivating awareness of our thoughts, emotions, and reactions, we can observe them with detachment rather than becoming ensnared by them. Through mindfulness practices such as meditation and self-reflection, we can develop the inner strength and clarity to respond to life's challenges with wisdom and composure. Detachment also involves learning to cultivate a sense of inner freedom and autonomy. The Stoics taught us that true freedom lies not in external circumstances, but in the mastery of our own minds. By liberating ourselves from the tyranny of desire and attachment, we can find greater peace and contentment within ourselves, independent of the ups and downs of the external world. Finally, practicing detachment involves cultivating a sense of gratitude for the present moment. The Stoics taught us to cherish each moment as a precious gift, recognizing that the present is all we truly have. By cultivating gratitude for the simple pleasures of life, we can find greater joy and fulfillment in the here and now. In conclusion, the practice of detachment is a lifelong journey of self-discovery and liberation. By learning to let go of the need for control, embracing change with equanimity, cultivating mindfulness, cultivating inner freedom and gratitude, we can find greater peace, resilience, and fulfillment in our daily lives. Chapter 7: Overcoming Challenges on the Path of Detachment. The journey of detachment is not always smooth sailing. Along the path, we encounter obstacles and challenges that test our resolve and shake our commitment to inner peace and freedom. In this chapter, we explore some of the common challenges faced on the path of detachment and strategies for overcoming them. One of the primary challenges of detachment is the pull of attachment itself. We are creatures of habit, and breaking free from deeply ingrained patterns of attachment can be difficult. Whether it's the attachment to material possessions, relationships, or outcomes, the pull of attachment can be strong. Overcoming this challenge requires a steadfast commitment to self-awareness and mindfulness. By cultivating awareness of our attachments and their underlying motivations, we can begin to loosen their grip on our lives and move towards greater freedom. Another common challenge on the path of detachment is the fear of loss. Detaching from the people and things we hold dear can evoke feelings of anxiety and insecurity. The fear of losing what we love can paralyze us and prevent us from fully embracing the present moment. To overcome this challenge, we must cultivate trust in the inherent impermanence of all things. By recognizing that nothing in life is permanent or guaranteed, we can learn to cherish each moment with gratitude and acceptance, knowing that the only constant is change itself. The ego also presents a significant obstacle on the path of detachment. Our ego, with its insatiable appetite for validation and control, often resists the idea of surrendering to something greater than itself. It thrives on attachment and thrives on the illusion of separateness. Overcoming this challenge requires humility and self-awareness. By recognizing the limitations of the ego and embracing our interconnectedness with all beings, we can transcend the narrow confines of the self and open ourselves to the vastness of existence. Finally, the external pressures of society can pose a significant challenge to detachment. In a culture that celebrates consumption and accumulation, the pursuit of inner peace and freedom can seem countercultural and even subversive. To overcome this challenge, we must cultivate resilience and conviction in our values. By staying true to ourselves and our principles, we can inspire others to question the status quo and explore alternative paths to fulfillment and meaning. In conclusion, the path of detachment is not without its challenges, but it is a journey well worth taking. By cultivating self-awareness, trust, humility, and resilience, we can overcome the obstacles that stand in our way and embrace a life of greater peace, freedom, and fulfillment. Chapter 8: The Fruits of Detachment, a Life of Freedom and Fulfillment. As we near the conclusion of our exploration into the art of detachment, it is time to reflect on the fruits of our labor, the rewards that await those who embark on this transformative journey. In this final chapter, we delve into the profound benefits of detachment and the ways in which it enriches our lives. At the heart of detachment lies a profound sense of freedom, a freedom that transcends the confines of the material world and the limitations of the ego. By releasing our attachment to external outcomes and relinquishing the need for control, we open ourselves to a vast expanse of possibility. We become unburdened by the shackles of desire and expectation and find ourselves free to embrace life in all its richness and complexity. Detachment also leads to a deeper sense of inner peace and contentment. When we no longer cling desperately to the fleeting pleasures of the world, we discover a wellspring of peace that flows from within. We find solace in the present moment, knowing that true happiness is not found in the accumulation of wealth or status, but in the cultivation of inner virtues and qualities. Moreover, detachment fosters resilience in the face of life's inevitable challenges. When we are no longer enslaved by our attachments, we become more adaptable and resourceful in navigating life's ups and downs. We learn to embrace change with equanimity, knowing that true strength lies not in resistance, but in acceptance. Detachment also cultivates deeper and more meaningful relationships. When we are free from the need for validation or approval from others, we can enter into relationships with authenticity and vulnerability. We can love deeply without fear of loss, knowing that our happiness is not dependent on the actions or opinions of others. Finally, detachment leads to a greater sense of purpose and meaning in life. When we are no longer driven by the relentless pursuit of external goals and desires, we can turn our attention inward and discover the true purpose of our existence. We can align our actions with our values and live with integrity and authenticity, knowing that our lives are guided by something greater than ourselves. In conclusion, the art of detachment is a powerful tool for transformation and self-discovery. By releasing our attachment to external outcomes, cultivating inner peace and resilience, fostering deeper relationships, and discovering our true purpose in life, we can unlock a world of freedom and fulfillment that transcends the limitations of the material world. Chapter 9: The Continual Practice of Detachment, a Lifetime Journey. As we've explored throughout this series, the path of detachment is not a one-time endeavor, but rather a lifelong journey, a journey of continual practice and refinement. In this final chapter, we delve into the importance of embracing detachment as an ongoing process and the ways in which it shapes our lives over time. Detachment is not a destination to be reached, but rather a way of being, a way of relating to the world with openness, acceptance, and equanimity. It requires constant vigilance and self-awareness as we navigate the ever-changing currents of life. Just as a sailor must adjust the sails to the shifting winds, so too must we adapt and evolve in our practice of detachment. One of the keys to maintaining a practice of detachment is cultivating a beginner's mind, a mind that is open, curious, and free from preconceptions. When we approach life with a sense of wonder and humility, we can remain receptive to new insights and perspectives and avoid becoming entrenched in rigid patterns of thinking and behavior. Another essential aspect of the continual practice of detachment is self-compassion. Detachment does not mean suppressing or denying our emotions, rather, it involves embracing them with compassion and acceptance. When we inevitably encounter moments of struggle or difficulty, we can meet ourselves with kindness and understanding, knowing that growth often arises from moments of discomfort and challenge. Consistent self-reflection is also crucial in the ongoing practice of detachment. By regularly examining our thoughts, emotions, and behaviors, we can identify areas where attachment may be creeping back into our lives and take proactive steps to course correct. Through journaling, meditation, or other contemplative practices, we can cultivate a deeper understanding of ourselves and our relationship to the world around us. Furthermore, community support can be invaluable in sustaining a practice of detachment. Surrounding ourselves with like-minded individuals who share our values and aspirations can provide encouragement, accountability, and inspiration along the journey. Whether it's through joining a spiritual community, attending retreats, or participating in group discussions, connecting with others on the path of detachment can nourish our growth and resilience. In conclusion, the practice of detachment is not a quick fix or a one-size-fits-all solution, but rather a lifelong commitment to self-discovery and growth. By embracing detachment as an ongoing process, cultivating a beginner's mind, practicing self-compassion, engaging in consistent self-reflection, and seeking support from our community, we can navigate the complexities of life with grace and resilience and discover the true freedom and fulfillment that come from living with an open heart and mind. Chapter 10: Sharing the Wisdom of Detachment. As we conclude our exploration of detachment, we recognize the profound wisdom and insights it offers, a wisdom meant to be shared with others. In this final chapter, we delve into the importance of sharing the teachings of detachment and the ways in which we can inspire and uplift those around us. The wisdom of detachment is a precious gift, a gift that has the power to transform lives and awaken hearts. As we deepen our own understanding and practice of detachment, we have a responsibility to share this wisdom with others, offering them guidance and support on their own journey of self-discovery and liberation. One of the most powerful ways to share the wisdom of detachment is through our own example. When others witness the peace, resilience, and fulfillment that radiate from us as a result of our practice, they are naturally drawn to inquire and learn more. By embodying the principles of detachment in our daily lives, we become living embodiments of the wisdom we seek to share. Education and outreach are also essential tools for sharing the wisdom of detachment with others. Whether through writing, teaching, or public speaking, we can disseminate the teachings of detachment to a wider audience, inspiring and empowering others to embark on their own journey of self-transformation. Moreover, leading by example, we can create spaces for community and connection where individuals can come together to support and uplift one another on the path of detachment. Whether through workshops, support groups, or online forums, we can foster environments where people feel safe to explore their inner landscape and share their experiences with one another. Furthermore, acts of service and compassion are powerful expressions of detachment in action. By extending a helping hand to those in need and showing kindness and generosity to others, we embody the essence of detachment, the recognition of our interconnectedness and the understanding that true happiness lies in the well-being of all beings. In conclusion, sharing the wisdom of detachment is not only a privilege but also a profound responsibility. By embodying the principles of detachment in our own lives, educating and inspiring others, fostering community and connection, and practicing acts of service and compassion, we can spread the transformative power of detachment far and wide, illuminating the path to greater peace, freedom, and fulfillment for all. Chapter 11: Embracing the Journey Ahead. As we come to the end of our exploration into the art of detachment, we stand at the threshold of a new beginning, a beginning filled with endless possibilities and opportunities for growth and transformation. In this final chapter, we reflect on the journey we have undertaken and embrace the path that lies ahead. The journey of detachment is not a destination to be reached, but rather a continual unfolding, a process of self-discovery and evolution that unfolds with each passing moment. As we embark on this journey, we do so with a sense of curiosity and wonder, knowing that each step brings us closer to the truth of who we are and the potential that lies within us. Along the way, we will encounter challenges and obstacles that test our resolve and shake our commitment to detachment. But with each challenge comes an opportunity for growth and learning, a chance to deepen our understanding and practice of detachment and emerge stronger and more resilient than before. We also celebrate the moments of joy and connection that arise along the way, the moments of clarity and insight that illuminate our path and remind us of the beauty and richness of life. These moments serve as beacons of light, guiding us forward and inspiring us to keep moving towards our highest aspirations. As we embrace the journey ahead, we do so with humility and gratitude, knowing that we do not walk this path alone. We stand on the shoulders of countless sages and seekers who have come before us, and we draw inspiration from their wisdom and guidance as we navigate the twists and turns of our own journey. And so, as we bid farewell to this exploration into the art of detachment, we do so with a sense of excitement and anticipation for the journey that lies ahead. We embrace the challenges and opportunities that await us, knowing that each moment offers a chance for growth, transformation, and awakening. May we walk this path with courage and grace, with open hearts and minds, and may we continue to cultivate the wisdom and insight that lead to greater peace, freedom, and fulfillment in our lives. Chapter 12: The Eternal Return. In the vast expanse of existence, the journey of detachment is not a linear path with a clear beginning and end. Instead, it is a cyclical journey, a continuous process of dissolution and renewal, of letting go and embracing anew. In this final chapter, we contemplate the eternal return, the timeless rhythm of detachment that echoes throughout the cosmos. Just as the seasons follow their natural course, with spring yielding to summer and autumn yielding to winter, so too does the journey of detachment ebb and flow in endless cycles of growth and transformation. Each cycle brings its own lessons and insights, its own challenges and triumphs, weaving together the tapestry of our lives with threads of light and shadow. In the eternal return, we witness the impermanence of all things, the constant flux and flow of existence that shapes our reality. We learn to embrace change with equanimity, knowing that each ending gives birth to a new beginning, and each departure paves the way for a new arrival. As we journey through the cycles of detachment, we come to recognize the interconnectedness of all beings, the web of life that binds us together in a dance of interdependence. We learn to let go of the illusion of separateness and embrace the truth of our shared humanity, finding solace in the knowledge that we are never truly alone. In the eternal return, we discover the beauty of surrender, the art of letting go with grace and acceptance. We release our attachment to outcomes and embrace the unfolding of life with open hearts and minds, trusting in the wisdom of the universe to guide us on our path. And so, as we embrace the eternal return of detachment, we do so with a sense of awe and wonder, knowing that each moment holds the potential for profound transformation and awakening. We surrender to the rhythm of life, allowing it to carry us forward on its timeless currents, and we rejoice in the beauty and majesty of the journey. As we bid farewell to this exploration of detachment, we do so with gratitude for the wisdom and insight it has bestowed upon us. May we carry the lessons of detachment with us as we continue our journey through the cycles of life, ever mindful of the eternal return that beckons us onward toward greater peace, freedom, and fulfillment. Chapter 13: The Legacy of Detachment. In the closing chapter of our journey through detachment, we reflect on the enduring legacy it leaves behind. Detachment is not merely a personal pursuit, it is a philosophy that reverberates through time, leaving an indelible mark on the world and shaping the course of human history. Throughout the ages, countless sages and seekers have embraced the wisdom of detachment, from the ancient Stoics and Eastern mystics to modern-day philosophers and spiritual teachers. Their teachings have inspired generations of seekers to embark on the path of self-discovery and liberation, illuminating the way with timeless truths and profound insights. The legacy of detachment is one of resilience in the face of adversity. It teaches us to find strength and courage amidst the storms of life, knowing that true peace comes from within and cannot be shaken by external circumstances. In a world filled with uncertainty and turmoil, the wisdom of detachment offers a beacon of hope and a refuge of peace. Detachment also leaves behind a legacy of compassion and empathy. When we release our attachment to the ego and embrace our interconnectedness with all beings, we open ourselves to a deeper sense of empathy and understanding. We recognize the inherent dignity and worth of every living being, and we strive to alleviate the suffering of others with kindness and compassion. Moreover, the legacy of detachment is one of freedom and liberation. It teaches us to release the bonds of attachment that bind us and to embrace the boundless freedom of the spirit. In the pursuit of detachment, we discover the true essence of our being, a radiant light that shines forth with boundless love and wisdom. As we reflect on the legacy of detachment, we recognize our own role in shaping its future. Each of us carries within us the seeds of detachment, waiting to be nurtured and cultivated. Through our thoughts, words, and actions, we have the power to spread the wisdom of detachment to all corners of the earth, inspiring others to awaken to the beauty and truth that lie within. In conclusion, the legacy of detachment is one of profound significance and enduring impact. It is a legacy of resilience, compassion, and freedom, a legacy that has the power to transform hearts and minds and to uplift humanity to new heights of consciousness and understanding. May we honor this legacy with humility and gratitude, and may we carry its wisdom with us as we continue our journey through the infinite depths of existence. Chapter 14: The Ever-Present Invitation. As we conclude our journey through the depths of detachment, we find ourselves not at an endpoint, but rather at a crossroads, a place of infinite possibility and potential. In this final chapter, we contemplate the ever-present invitation that detachment extends to us, a beckoning call to awaken to the truth of our existence and to embrace the boundless freedom that lies within. Detachment is not a destination to be reached or a goal to be achieved. It is a continual invitation to deepen our understanding and practice of letting go. It is a gentle reminder to release our grip on the illusions of the ego and to surrender to the flow of life with open hearts and minds. In every moment, detachment extends its invitation to us, of a whispered invitation to release our attachment to the past and the future, and to dwell fully in the present moment. It invites us to let go of regrets and resentments and to embrace forgiveness and acceptance. It invites us to release our fears and anxieties and to embrace trust and surrender. Detachment also invites us to cultivate a sense of spaciousness and expansiveness within ourselves, a space where thoughts come and go like clouds in the sky, and emotions rise and fall like waves on the ocean. It invites us to recognize the inherent freedom that lies at the core of our being, beyond the confines of the ego and the limitations of the mind. Moreover, detachment invites us to cultivate a deep sense of gratitude for the abundance of life, the beauty of the natural world, the love of friends and family, and the countless blessings that grace our lives each day. It invites us to savor each moment with reverence and appreciation, knowing that each breath is a precious gift to be cherished. As we stand at this crossroads of possibility, let us heed the invitation of detachment with open hearts and minds. Let us embrace the journey of self-discovery and liberation with courage and humility, knowing that the path ahead is filled with infinite opportunities for growth and transformation. In conclusion, the invitation of detachment is ever present, calling us to awaken to the truth of our existence and to embrace the boundless freedom that lies within. May we answer this invitation with grace and gratitude, and may we walk this path with courage and conviction, knowing that the journey ahead is filled with infinite possibilities and endless wonders. Chapter 15: The Endless Dance of Detachment and Connection. In the tapestry of existence, detachment and connection are woven together in an intricate dance, a dance of light and shadow, of letting go and embracing anew. As we conclude our journey through detachment, we recognize that these two seemingly paradoxical forces are not in opposition, but rather complementary aspects of the same divine unfolding. Detachment invites us to release our attachment to the transient and ephemeral aspects of life, to let go of the illusions of the ego and the cravings of the mind. It teaches us to surrender to the flow of life with open hearts and minds, trusting in the wisdom of the universe to guide us on our path. At the same time, connection invites us to embrace the beauty and richness of life, to cultivate deep and meaningful relationships with ourselves, with others, and with the world around us. It teaches us to open our hearts to love and compassion, to celebrate the interconnectedness of all beings, and to recognize the sacredness that dwells within each and every one of us. In the dance of detachment and connection, we find balance and harmony, a balance that allows us to navigate the complexities of existence with grace and resilience. Detachment provides the spaciousness and clarity we need to see beyond the illusions of separation and ego, while connection nurtures the bonds of love and compassion that unite us as one human family. As we move forward on our journey, let us embrace the dance of detachment and connection with open hearts and minds. Let us cultivate the wisdom to know when to let go and when to hold on, when to withdraw into solitude and when to reach out in love and compassion. In conclusion, the dance of detachment and connection is a timeless rhythm that echoes throughout the cosmos, a rhythm that invites us to awaken to the truth of our existence and to embrace the boundless freedom and love that lie within. May we honor this sacred dance with humility and gratitude, and may we move forward on our journey with courage and compassion, knowing that the path ahead is filled with infinite possibilities and endless wonders. As we bring this episode of our exploration to a close, let us take a moment to reflect on the journey we have undertaken together. From the depths of ancient wisdom to the vast expanse of inner exploration, we have traversed landscapes both familiar and unknown, guided by the light of detachment. As we bid farewell to this chapter, let us carry the wisdom of detachment with us as a beacon of light in the darkness, a reminder that true freedom and fulfillment lie not in the pursuit of external desires, but in the discovery of the boundless peace and love that reside within. May we continue to walk the path of detachment with courage and grace, embracing the dance of letting go and holding on, of solitude and connection, with open hearts and minds. And may we find solace in the knowledge that, no matter where our journey may lead us, the wisdom of detachment will always be there to guide us home. Until we meet again, may you find peace in the present moment, joy in the journey, and love in abundance. Farewell, dear friends, and may the wisdom of detachment illuminate your path always.